Okay, we're live. This is Hammerhead here. I got a friend who's calling me right now, and she has the police at her door at the very moment we're speaking. They're trying to arrest her because of some common law paperwork she filed to get her children back from CPS. So, can you tell the folks that are tuning in here what's going on exactly?
Hi there. I'm at the place that I was living, and I don't necessarily live here now. But I'm here at the moment. My name is Lindsay. I have had some issues with my ex calling CPS, and then also with my family calling CPS. They showed up at my door in November and decided to enter, even though I had a notice on the door saying they were not allowed to enter. Came in and they arrested me. I came downstairs. I was videotaping. They took it away. They pulled me in and they arrested me for obstruction in my own home. And dragged me out and put me in the van and brought me to jail for 6 days. And I took my kids and separated us. They were upstairs hiding in a closet. They were terrified, and they found them and then took them away.
Sorry about that. That's just my dog going nuts here. Willie, go ahead.
While I was in jail, they decided to take away my parental rights and put them in the hands of community services, and make all decisions for me. And noted that I have never been any threat or risk. I've never done anything to harm or wrong my kids or any other man or woman. I live by higher moral standards, and I've been very violated, very wronged, very harmed. I have not had my kids since the 16th of November, and I have not had a chance to comfort them since this has happened. It's been 80 something days now, 85, I think. And they need their mom.
So can you give them an update as to what's going on right this second?
Yes, right this second. Sorry, I'm really feeling my heart beating fast and feeling scared and re-traumatized.
No, we understand that.
Yeah, so I have given a bunch of paperwork to the courts 2 days ago, and so it's timely that they are showing up on my door 2 days later. I've given a fee schedule. I have given notices. I have, anyway, sorry, you were saying what they're doing right now. Sorry, they were at the door. They may not be at this moment, but they may be watching the house. We are going to stay here.
Waiting for you to leave so they can arrest you. And what did I tell you they have to have in order to have a valid warrant?
A bond. They must have a bond attached to it. If they do not have a bond attached to it, it's essentially fraud, right?
It is fraud, absolutely.
Yeah. And they did not have a bond last time. They flashed it in front of me. We quick took a video of it, but there was no bond attached last time, so that was fraud. And this whole thing has been fraud.
So what makes you think they're here now? What's changed? Why would they show up today?
My mom came to the door, so she knows that they're there. I put in paperwork 2 days ago, so I put a fee schedule. I put a status, like a status correction, which also had that I was claiming my property on it. And then also I was the executor, the grantor, and the beneficiary of my trust, and also those of my kids, except for they are the beneficiary. If I claim that, then they, and I don't claim that I am the trustee, they would be, and that they're doing this fraudulent thing. And if I'm aware of it, then they can get in a lot of trouble.
So why do you think they're after you now? Have you done some sort of crime? Why would they want to arrest you? Like what's the purpose of them coming to arrest you? Like have you been charged?
they're scared of being held liable for what they've done. I have not been, I was put in jail for obstruction, but I've never been charged with anything. They would be very scared that I would hold anybody accountable for what's been going on. This is like I did do this a couple years ago as well, and they dropped the case, but they came back after a period of time because I do represent I do pose a huge threat to the system.
Why? Because you know your common law rights and how to stand in them.
Yes, I do know my rights. I do know that they have no power or control over if I do not give them that power and that right. And,
so you're saying unless you got a contract with you and you consent to the contract, they don't have any power over you?
None. And a corporation cannot contract with a man or a woman. If they're claiming to be a corporation, then they have to make sure I am a corporation, or I'm, or that I am operating from that.
In other words, you agree to be the legal person, the name on the driver's license, right?
I am operating as a full man or woman, which means they have to operate as a full man or woman, and I have to, I'm working with them as a man or a woman. And
that's not going to work, though, Lindsay. They're not going to be able to push their crime if they agree to do that.
Oh wait, oh no, they wouldn't be able to. I was going to be with right now. Yeah.
I hear your phone's blowing up.
Sorry, yeah, just talking to my mom's talking to my partner. I think she'll probably head over here.
Get everybody over there with a camera and start uploading this to the cloud.
Mom? Yeah. Make sure that everybody can come over, anybody he can think of to come over with the camera, and we have to upload to the cloud so there's an active record of what's going on.
I'm downloading this or uploading this to YouTube right now live. If anyone has Facebook, get them to go live. Get as many people to see it as possible is my advice. Yeah, this is how we get our power back as men or women, guys. I've been teaching common law, and this is what I mean when push comes to shove. They're going to try all sorts of nastiness on everybody, and this is proof of that.
She just stepped away for 1 second to talk to Martin. I've been sending all our friends the information as well. I've told her to see more to contact.
The more eyes on them, the better. Because if there's one thing the cockroaches hate, it's sunlight.
Absolutely. So as soon as she's done with my phone, I'll continue to contact.
Awesome. Okay, guys on YouTube here, please hit the like button. Let as many people know as possible what's going on here. We don't know if they're going to kick the door in or what they're going to do, but they're certainly there to try and arrest Lindsay. And this is how we get our power back, guys, by banding together, right? And you can do your part right now by sharing this video with as many people as possible. Upload it to your own YouTube. I don't care. Just get the information out. So she's just contacting her friends right now and trying to get them over there. And the more eyes on these people, the better. But one thing you got to know about a warrant is it has to be signed by a judge. There has to be an actual cause in there, a person thereafter. It has to be signed and dated validly, and it has to have a bond number attached to it. If there's no bond, it's not valid.
Sorry, I stepped out for a moment. I just talking to my partner. We're getting as many people here as possible. If anybody wants to come here, shall I just say the address? I don't know if that's a good idea.
No, don't say the address, but you can. I got people here on my channel that are now live streaming this on Facebook.
Perfect. So someone announced it on Facebook now. Give your address, do I? Well, I mean, not in a group, in each personal. Okay, yeah, each. Oh, yeah.
Can you just tell people where you are, though? You don't have to tell them exactly where, but just a general location.
I am. People we trust are told. Yeah, I am in Halifax. I am in Halifax. I'll say close to the McDonald Bridge. Yeah, you might see some police around the area. That would be.
So they put her in jail last time, guys, and they never even charged her with anything. So what the hell is that? First of all, okay. And why are they here today? I'll tell you why they're here. Because Lindsay went and put the proper paperwork in, including a lot of common law stuff, such as property, and I require the immediate restoration of my property and things of that nature. And these tyrants don't like those words. It scares them. They want to go get their little baby diapers and their little cuddle toys and suckle on their thumbs because they're scared. They're scared anytime the people rise up against them or stand up for what they believe in or stand in their truth as a man or a woman. They're terrified. So what do terrified people do? They go do a whole bunch of fraudulent shit, like send the Gestapo to her doorstep. Is that accurate?
Yeah. Yeah, eventually they get terrified, so they do what they can to assert their power. Yeah.
And if we start standing up as men or women on this planet and join in and help each other when this kind of stuff happens, what do you think they're going to be able to do to us, guys? Nothing. But that's what it's going to require. That's what it's going to require. Shine the flashlight on these cockroaches and they scurry, right? Remember that. This could be you next week or me or any of us. I'm not even kidding about that.
It comes up with no warning. No warning. But I would be there for anybody if they needed it. Absolutely. We need to do this together.
You don't sound like a threat to me, Lindsay.
Oh, I'm a 110-pound woman. Like I'm a little woman. I am no threat at all physically. Especially the 4 or 5 cops that are going to come in and pull me down. I have no physical threat. I have never been violent. I pose no physical threat. I pose only a liability threat. That is the threat.
No, you're a threat because they can't get jurisdiction over you, and they require your contract in your jurisdiction in order to prosecute you for whatever reason, in order to keep your kids, your property. They require your consent. You're not giving it. So that tends to make these little tyrants mad. It's like Cartman on South Park throws a little hissy fit if they don't bring him the right Power Ranger. They got to go back home and they can't play in his sandbox or go for rides in his new go-kart.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if I call, like this would be the Halifax police. Do I call the RCMP? Do I call the military police to oversee it?
Well, RCMP, to forget the city police there in Halifax, they're useless. I got a whole video on those clowns.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Dan Kinsella, my gosh.
Just tell them that you fear for your life, that you see armed men outside with guns and batons, and that you fear for your life and everyone's life in the house.
So who shall I call? Not city police, to call RCMP?
Yeah, just say there's some armed men at your door that look like police officers or policy enforcers, but you have no idea who they are.
Okay.
And that your life is in danger because they all appear to be armed.
Call the RCMP and tell them that our lives are in danger, that there's people outside the door with weapons. They're coming back anyway. Don't know if they're here. Well, they were here, and we don't know if they're around the house. Like we're our lives are in danger. Like you need to, yeah. Thank you. Well, at least I have somebody in the house with me this time. Last time it was just me and my babies.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is things you got to deal with when you live in truth in common law, because these people don't care. They're just going to violate you all day long. And if it isn't for people like you and I and other people that stand up to them, they're going to continue violating us. So you got to get over the fact that they're threatening you, the fact that they're causing you stress and grief. And that's all part of the game, man. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to stand up, but I can't betray my morals. That's, for me, I have to stand up with what I know is right. So this is what this is, even if it's my babies. So
if they do arrest you, let them arrest you. Just say, what's the charges? Is there a man or woman going to claim that I've done them wrong? I'm here to settle all debts. You know, is there an injured party involved? I'd like to talk to them so I can settle the debt out of court if there's an injured party.
Yeah.
And just say, and if they start asking a bunch of questions, just say I don't answer questions. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to tell these people anything. Just say I do not answer questions.
Here, Mom.
If people are wondering what those noises are, that's Lindsay's phone blowing up with people wondering what's going on.
Oh, is that me? Oh, that's what it is. Sorry. Yeah, that's my text service for online. What is it exactly? Our lives are in danger. Some people showed up at the door. Thank you for calling. They have weapons. They look like they may be police officers, but we're really scared for our lives. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
On the line, that's oh, it's like, what is this? United States. Oh, is this you? Like, who's sending this stuff? What's it the United States? Who's 430-9628? Somebody just sent me an entire book.
So, guys, if you're just joining, this is my friend Lindsay on the line. The police are at her door trying to give her a warrant and arrest her. Last time they just came in unannounced and arrested her, threw her into jail for 6 days, and didn't charge her with anything. We're not calling lawyers, Joe. We go by common law. We don't need a lawyer for common law. They're just snakes. Lawyers are snakes. We don't need them. You can stand in truth as a man or a woman. And Lindsay's doing a great job of it. The only reason they're at her door is because CPS took her kids and she filed some common law paperwork that they're afraid of, obviously, the other day in the court. So now they're here in retaliation because they're scared. They're a bunch of cowards.
Thank you. Can you go downstairs, please? Thank you. I was going to say something. I got distracted. My brain isn't working the best right now because I'm
understandable. You're doing great.
Okay, so my mom's on the phone with the RCMP right now. I'm recording this.
Yep.
I think people are on their way. I have a friend sending a lot of common law things from a book. What else? I'm so distracted by the phone that I can't think.
Just like I said to you, Lindsay, if they do end up taking you into custody, don't answer any questions.
They're telling my mom to call 911, but they're just going to say they're already here, which is what they've done before. They did that last time.
Well, just get it on. Just get it recorded that's what they're saying. You can use that later.
Get a what? Report?
Just get them recorded saying that they're already there. You can use that later against them.
Oh yeah, get it recorded. Yeah, we'll get the whole thing recorded that they're already here.
It's 2023, guys. You can't leave your house without a valid video camera. Most people have one on their phone, but you should have a couple on you and record every interaction with these people, no matter how small it is. Record everything.
Okay, she's going to call the police and have it on the Facebook Live, okay?
Yep, no problem.
Okay.
Guys, please hit the like button so we can let our subscribers know that there's something going on that they may want to come in to see. Appreciate it.
Yeah, but it went to voicemail. Hi there. I have an urgent situation. There's people at my door with weapons. Just 1 second. I'm going to put you through to dispatch. And that's where it was a voicemail. I didn't pick up the line.
Hello. You have reached the Halifax Regional Municipality Integrated Emergency Services. All of our operators are currently busy. Please stay on the line, and your call will be answered by the first available staff member. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If your call concerns administrative police matters, or if you wish to file an incident report, please call 902-49.
Okay, well, I guess I'll call 911. I mean, that's what I did last time, and they didn't respect it.
What a clown show.
Imagine calling 911 and they're like, "No, we're already there."
Yeah.
What
a clown show.
Yeah.
We're just stripping the rights from somebody right now. We'll be with you in a moment.
I'm gonna call 911 though anyway right now. there's people at my door with weapons. I don't know if they're there right now, but they were there a moment ago, and they said that they would come back. I think they're planning to come back.
Okay. Who's there right now? Where are you getting this information?
I'm here at the address is 2452 Barrington Street in Halifax. And I was really scared for our lives, actually. So
completely fair. People are showing up saying these things. We're going to send you help for sure, okay? So 2452 Barrington Street in Halifax County.
2452 Barrington Street.
2452 Barrington Street, Halifax County. Is there a unit number there, or is this a house?
It is a townhouse.
So it's a townhouse?
Yeah.
Perfect. If you and I get disconnected, your cell phone number 905-902-0284.
Yes.
How long ago were these people here?
About half an hour. Was it half an hour ago?
Something like that. Yeah, 20 minutes to half hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many people showed up?
2. There were 2 people.
Males or females?
They appeared to be in some sort of uniforms. They had I don't know if they were men or women. I'm not sure. Men. 2 men.
What kind of uniforms?
They were. I don't know. I didn't see them.
They appear to be wearing police uniforms.
You got to be kidding me.
Police type uniforms, but we don't think that they're operating lawfully.
Okay, absolutely. And so what did these people say?
What did they say?
That they were coming back with a warrant.
My mom says that they were coming back with a warrant.
Okay. And so, but we don't think that they were police officers?
But we don't know what they are because
we don't know they'd be coming back with a warrant. There's no reason.
There's no reason to have a warrant. I have done nothing wrong. I have harmed no man, no woman. I have done nothing.
No, there's always potential that they think that someone lives there that doesn't live there. That's the only reason that I'm asking. Sometimes people give fake addresses and stuff, right?
Yeah.
What's your first name?
My first name is Lindsay.
So Lindsay, it's really easy for us to be able to tell if there were real police officers or not, and if they weren't, then obviously there's a level of concern here. And if they are, we're going to reach out to you and try and figure out what's going on. Lindsay, what's your last name?
I'm of the Slack family. I am a woman. I am a woman. SLACK.
SLACK?
Yes.
Sure. Thank you. And what's your date of birth?
I was born on the 22nd of October, 1982.
Sure. And so, Lindsay, like I said, it could just be a complete misunderstanding. It could be that someone sees, like, yes, I live at 2452 Barrington Street, but they don't. There could be many things going on, okay? But I wanted to know, like, were they really aggressive? Did they threaten you? Like, what happened?
It was a threatening stance. They were threatening.
Well, I found them threatening. They wanted me to let them in, and I said, no, I'm not letting you in. I don't know who you really are.
Okay, did they have badges with them?
They looked at this. I thought I saw one badge or something. There was a name on a lapel.
A name is not a badge.
Yeah, no, I didn't see a badge number.
Okay, do you know what the name was on that?
I think it said MACKY.
Okay, possibly McKay?
I think so.
Definitely. And when you said that there were people at your door and they had weapons, what kind of weapons did they have?
Well, I mean,
They would have had
a holster.
guns and perhaps, I don't know.
I don't know what they had, but they looked scary. They were just,
They were in, they had weapons.
it looked frightening.
Sure. From what you guys are describing, it definitely sounds like they are police officers, but we're going to get to the bottom of it and figure everything out, okay?
The thing is, it's hard to know whether somebody is a police officer or not. Isn't that true?
Yes, absolutely, for sure. The good news is that you can call us on 911, so we are able to look into it, okay? So if you get a call from a blocked or private number, that will be us, okay?
Okay.
And Lindsay, we're going to look into it, but I want you to keep your doors locked as a precaution, just in case this is not you. And we're going to be in touch with you, okay?
It's just important to note that I haven't authorized anyone entering our property at 2452 Barrington Street. So if anybody did enter there is a notice on the door saying no trespass, and that if anyone, any man or woman does enter,
the officers know what their legal rights are and when they can and can't enter, right? Like they know that.
I would want to believe they know their rights by law as well.
Lawful rights.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Lindsay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice
Okay.
job, Lindsay. Good job.
I do my best to stay, like within my square, and
Well, see, now you have it on record that you did indeed call, and that you were worried about your life. So listen, guys, this is the world we're living in 2023. I try and be upbeat and positive all the time, but then we're constantly being bombarded with this stuff, and this is just the beginning of this stuff, folks. We haven't even gone anywhere yet. This is just the start.
this is just the first people. The rest of the people will come after this.
Yeah. So you best
Yeah,
get together with your friends and your neighbors and come up with some sort of a plan for this.
I agree.
But this is why I'm here, and I'm giving you the truth, and I've always given you the truth, and I'm not lying to you. I've never lied to you on this channel, and I never will. I want you guys to know what's going on. Just like in Ottawa, when I covered that, you deserve to know the truth without all the BS, and that's what I'm giving you.
I appreciate that.
And we will tell them that she was leaving.
Oh yeah, we'll let them know that there's record of this.
We got 103 on here right now, and there was 84. It just went through a minute ago, so we get some people coming on here now.
Thank you to everyone who is watching and is supporting here. I appreciate that. This is an urgent situation, and I appreciate the support.
Imagine how you guys would all feel if armed men came to your door threatening to kick the door in because they wanted to arrest you, and you don't know anything about why they would want to arrest you. They're not telling you that you've done anything wrong. Well, what would you do? There's power in numbers, guys. Okay? There's power in numbers. If we can just get it together and come together as a country and as individual patriots, we don't have to allow this.
No. If we say no in enough force, then it can't happen. Yeah.
What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Arrest the whole country?
Exactly. So I do have a locked briefcase, so I'm going to make sure that's locked.
Don't ever let them in. Don't open the doors. If they're going to come in, they're going to come in anyway. Let them force the door if they're going to come in. Don't ever voluntarily open the door, because they'll use that against you too.
Oh, absolutely. I will not do that. I know better than to do that. And we thought about leaving, but leaving was not the best option. Them having to come in here and create liability issues for themselves is really the best way to go. Yeah, we're gonna stay in the house.
So anyone that's just joining on this live stream, please hit the like button. Please share. Please go live with this video. Please download it and upload it onto your own channel. Put it on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. The people have to know what happens in Canada in 2023 and what can go on. And this could just as easily be you or me, and probably will be in the future.
Yeah, this is coming down to it, guys. Like, I feel like we stand up.
Yeah,
now.
you can do jack squat against the man, Joe Snake. You just have to not be a coward.
Yeah, it does take a bunch to stand up, but you got to do it, because if you don't do it, they just trample all over you, and then they make it worse for you.
Yeah, her kids are with CPS for no reason.
My kids mean everything to me. I'm a really good mom, like really good. I'm very, very attentive, and I'm very intentional with the way I parent, the way I take care of them. I don't want to use the word parent, but the way I take care of them, they are everything to me. I have not been with them for 85 days, so I've never been a night away from my boys. My two little guys, never a night away. And my daughter, who's a teen, I'd only ever been away from her a couple days at a time, perhaps at the most.
Those Christians that are in here now, please pray for Lindsay and her kids and the success conclusion of this?
The thing is, like, the influence that they have on them as well is brainwashing, right? So they're in the hands of other people, and they put them in school without my consent. They brought them to Mom, can you move, please? I can't hear. They brought them to, they brought them to the dentist and the doctor without my consent. They brought, they want to give them the shots, and I don't want that. They're really working.
Can you friggin' imagine that, guys? They want to give the kids shots without the mother's consent. This is what this is where we are. Welcome to communism.
This will happen to your families as well. I'm just saying, like, this is happening now with me, but it will continue if we don't stop it. That's really important. We need to stop it before it gets to everybody, because it will happen with others as well. And I don't want this to happen to anybody else, because this is hell. And this is the hardest thing I've ever been through. And I can't back down, because these are my morals. This is what I believe in. This is what I know to be true and what I know to be right. And I have not hurt anybody else. I have not hurt, I have not harmed, I have not wronged another man or woman. And what is happening right now is wrong.
All you've done is draw attention to their corruption. That's all you've done. And that's a bad one. They don't want to admit to what they're doing.
They're going to do everything. They're going to go down kicking and screaming, but I've got to hold on to my moral ground, because that's everything.
Yeah, Susan, they did file a complaint to have Lindsay's kids removed, and they're keeping them at her sister's house with strict instructions not to give them to Lindsay.
Yeah, my sister's, we didn't see her much in the last few years, and we don't see eye to eye with my sister. And so my sister and my dad and that side of my family was able to be convinced by my ex-boyfriend that things were a way that they aren't.
So that's why CPS did take your kids.
Yeah, because they've been told things that are not true by my ex-boyfriend, who was the boy's father. And I had another point, and I forget what it was.
That's all right. You're doing fine.
I'm just doing my best to, speak what's important, but also hold it together. No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. Was Martin coming? I think he said he was. Yeah. Yeah, he would be. He said that his aunt left. Okay. Yeah, I have court on Friday, and I don't want to have to stand up in court, but obviously I will stand up in court if I have to. Private numbers. Hello?
Hi, is this Lindsay?
This is Lindsay.
It's the Regional Police Defense Center calling. How you doing?
I am, I'm stressed out.
I'm just calling in to see, I noticed you called there not too long ago about Quarter 3. There's a complaint about the potentially thought they're fake officers.
Well, I don't know. There's people at the door, and they were they scared us a lot.
Yeah, so I was able to map the officer's history, speak with the officers who confirmed that they were there to check on somebody else. So everything was legitimate on their behalf, and they weren't there for you. They were trying to speak to somebody else, I guess. So that person wasn't there, but everything was legitimate.
So they're not coming back? I'm her mother. I'm here. I was the one that saw them at the door. So they're not coming back? They said they were.
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Oh, the two men at the door spoke through the door because I wouldn't let them in, but they said they were coming back. So now they're not coming back?
It's my understanding they are not coming back now.
Wow. So which officers, which people were these?
Let me read the call. Constable Brandon McKay?
Yeah, it was
Brandon McKay? Okay.
I saw McKay, yeah. Okay, and who's the other?
Sorry?
And who was the other officer?
Stephen Pope.
And Stephen Pope. Okay. And and you have confirmed that there will be no one else coming to the door.
Well, I'm not sure if they'll be following up later. I'm not sure what their investigation entails. I'm just confirming that they were police officers. They were both there, and they told me that they were there.
Badge number.
They were there.
And they're not coming back.
I don't know what their investigation is, ma'am. Like, they didn't give me all the details, so if they have to follow up with something later, they may come back, yes. But that's it. Explicitly say they were.
Did they give you a reason? Was there a reason? Was there a warrant? Was there?
I have no idea.
Wow.
Badge
I
number.
have no idea. Was there,
I didn't see a number.
badge number?
I didn't catch it. I'm sorry. I was really nervous.
Uh-huh. 883707.
Just 1 second.
Okay, so is that Brandon?
Sorry, that was for Pope.
8888
3707.
3707, and for McKay was
883714.
8833714.
714.
714. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Very much.
Yeah, I will call again if there's any other issues. But yeah, it's very scary. So I've had a lot of trauma in my life. So if somebody is coming to the door with weapons and being intimidating, it is going to scare the crap out of me and violate. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate
All
it.
right. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Great job,
Okay.
guys. Great job. That's why I said badge number. Make sure you get that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, they've done an interesting thing. When they came to my door last time, they didn't have names, didn't they?
They only had initial and their last name.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Oh, after. They came to my door with names, but then after that, there was something to change it to just numbers. And they got rid of the names, and it's like in connection with them.
Well, you're going to want to make sure that you get that bond number. That if there is a warrant, make sure you get that number, because like I said to you, if they don't have a bond number attached to that, it's not valid.
Yeah, they've done some sketchy stuff at the police station. I've called them. Oh, I've had a plainclothes police officer call my partner after hours, text him and call him to see if he could make me, see if he could break me after hours. It was a really unprofessional thing to do. I'd never seen that happen before, but they wanted to get to me. But he talked to them, but he never, I never did. And I found that very interesting. And there was another time, and they also, through him, they expressed the idea that there may be a warrant out for my arrest. And then through somebody else, they said the same thing. Oh, we heard there's a warrant out for her
They
arrest.
throw that warrant stuff out there like it's candy corn nowadays. It doesn't mean nothing half the time. It has to be valid. There has to be a reason they're coming for you. They can't just make up a reason. There has to be a reason. An injured party.
Well, it might work with other people, but it ain't working with me.
Well, that's good. That's awesome.
No, it's not. I know better, and I do know some language, and I do know some things because I have done this for quite some time, even though maybe where I did it and who I did it with wasn't the best. But I do know things, and I have looked into this for quite some time.
See, I'm going to just there's a guy made a comment here, random guy. Let me find it here. You don't own rights to property anymore. They can take your land, home, property without compensation now. Random guy, you don't know common law. First of all, if they're taking your properties because you're acting as a legal person, you're giving them you're okay. You're giving them their consent to do it. You never stand as a legal person. You always stand as a man or a woman. And if you don't know what that means, then go look at my other two videos, Introduction to Common Law, Part 1 and 2. And go ahead, Lindsay.
I forget what I was going to say. I do that a lot.
But anyway, it's good for now. I'd say you're fine. But I would definitely have some people around you with video cameras if they were to try and snatch you outside. They can't just go picking people up randomly on the street. They have to have valid. Everything has to be valid, right? And the thing of it is that they may say they have a warrant, but the warrant may be complete shit. It may not even be anything, right? But if they're going to do what they want to do, regardless of what you tell them, the tyrants still do what they want, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean anything either. That just means that you can get them on the back end, but just get it recorded.
Yeah, absolutely. And they do this, like right before something and I'm about to stand up in court and do this thing, they come forward with something and throw me right off or want to throw me right off.
Seems really odd that you just filed your paperwork the other day and then they're showing up today. That seems a little strange, don't you think?
Well, you would think, right? It seems strange to me. Yeah, so I know what I put in was pretty good, even though it was maybe wordier than you suggested, but it was, I did my best to stay as direct as possible, and there were definitely some things in there that a lot of it, probably the whole thing that they would have been scared about and not liked so much because it would have, they would have had to,
Okay.
be held liable for things that they don't want to be held liable for. Yeah, so,
But anyway, do you have
anyway,
anything in closing? I'm going to end the stream now. Do you have anything you want to say?
Do I have anything? Well, just if you know what's right, if you know you haven't harmed or wronged anybody, if you another man or woman, and those are the real, what would you say, crimes? I don't think crime is the right word.
Well,
But those are the
wrongs.
Those are the real wrongs. If you've harmed somebody, you've actually harmed somebody.
There has to be a victim for there to be a crime.
Exactly. Those are victimizing her. Those are the things you can be held liable for. But if you stand up for this other stuff, this stuff that where nobody's been wronged, or where they
It's just administrative nonsense. It's administrative crime where there's no victim, right? And it's just something they create in order to extort money out of people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a huge fraud. It's a huge scheme that was created quite some time ago, and we're all victim to it. We're all just slaves in that system, but we're not. So we have to, remember who we actually are, and not, fall victim to that slave system. And stand up for what we believe in. If we know in our heart, if we know, that, we have not done any wrong, then we've got to stand up and we've got to defend that. Instead of
And again, random guy, he said, just refusing a law makes it a crime. No victim required anymore. Well, listen, let me tell you something. Just because they make a law up on a piece of paper doesn't mean it applies to a man. It applies to a legal person, the thing that they own, which is you, if you agree to be the person on the driver's license and be the government employee with the government all capital name. Yeah, it applies to you. You bet your ass it does. It doesn't apply to a man or a woman. You need to get some common law training, bud.
Oh, and it's scary to see that and be like, oh, we have no rights, but we do have rights. They're just telling us. They're threatening us, and we have to call their bluff. That's all. We have to call their
God's
bluff.
law above all else. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. So.
Anyway, thanks, Lindsay. Yeah. I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you for sharing your details with the folks here. I'm sure this video is going to get out. Stand strong. Stand strong. Stay in your square. Let me know how it goes.
Absolutely. You're welcome to come on Friday too.
All righty.
Friday at 10. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right, bye-bye.
You go, guys. That's how you hold them accountable right there. So again, please get this out to everybody. It's important that people know what kind of nonsense goes on behind closed doors. And of course, they don't want video cameras around there. You're shining light on them, right? But the idea is, if we're going to get any kind of power back on this, in this corrupt, evil world we're living in, we have to shine the light on them, no matter what, right? And you guys are helping us do that by getting this stuff out to people. Don't you think that the folks have a right to see what's really going on here? I do. That's why I hit the go live button whenever she called me and the cop showed up at the door. So anyway, thanks for coming here today. Thanks for getting the word out. Thanks for coming here to shine light on the evil. And I hope that you share this with everybody and let folks know where we really are in February 2023. God bless you all. I'll be talking to you real soon. Thanks, guys. Cheers.